Hello, people who wanted to make a second keyboard using the Razer Cyonosa Chroma. Before you buy one, I want you to test these scripts out because on my laptop and not on my desktop, there is a delay when each one is called or launched or whatever, which might be intolerable to you. I know that it would be for me. And this delay is not present if you use the Corsair K55 because that is done through keyboard shortcuts rather than direct launch on a key. So just FYI, that's why I want you to watch this first before you actually do anything. So I'll show you how to set it all up. Let's see here. Click on Razer when you're on my second keyboard GitHub, and ta-da! Here are the instructions. If I have any updates or anything, I will update it right here, and I will also update the video description of this video that you're watching right now. By the way, just a note that I didn't put in the main video, I also have tried Cooler Master keyboards because those ones can also detect multiple keyboards per computer that are plugged in. However, it turns out Cooler Master Portal just sucks. I'm pretty sure it can't do F13 to F24, and it's really obnoxious to use, and bleh, no bueno. So we're going with Razer instead. So let's do this. Download Razer Synapse and AutoHotkey and Notepad++. Okay, now here's the point in the video where I'm going to show you maybe a little montage of all of the times that I tried installing Razer Synapse. So many times, so many ways. And then even when it is installed, it keeps trying to bother you by installing more different update things. I don't know what's going on. If this doesn't work for you, then I'm sorry. Razer just has to get their stuff together. It's failing. Okay, oh, hey, there we go. It worked this time. Okay, so I already installed it, okay? And if you can't get it installed, I'm sorry. Bring it up with Razer, but like, blech. Oh, and by the way, what I'm about to show you will only work with this particular Razer keyboard. If you have a different Razer keyboard, you're going to have to set up the entire profile all on your own, which takes a while. I'll show you later. Okay. So, launch Razer Synapse. So, you've got this little thingy down here, and if I hover over it, does it tell me anything? No. Right-click, does it tell me anything? Not particularly. Oh, yeah, you have to sign in. But what I was going to say is, so there's like Razer Central, and then there's also separately Razer Synapse, I think. Yeah, so you have to create a username and password. I'm sorry, it's so stupid. See what's new. No. Philips, okay, whatever. I've got this one plugged in, so it should be showing me this keyboard in here somewhere. I don't know, man. I'm not seeing it. What is going on? Let's try re-plugging it in. Doop-de-loop. Oh, hang on. Okay. It seems to be downloading another thing that it needs. Update? Oh man, why you do this to me? Okay, in the meantime, like I said, you want to test out these scripts before you buy a Razer keyboard. Okay, next step. Create this exact folder structure. Now this is mandatory, absolutely essential that you do this, otherwise nothing will work. So in C drive, AHK, capital letters for AutoHotkey, and then we're gonna make second dash keyboard, enter, and again, one more, Razer. I'm not sure if capitalization matters, but I wouldn't risk it. Use Control S to download this file. Okay, 404 not found. Wow, Taryn, that's extraordinarily unhelpful. What? Okay, click here, and click raw. Okay, there it is. Oh man, Synapse, jeez. Okay, did that work? What's going on? Oh, it's still, okay, hang on. This is Razer Central. This is not Razer Synapse. This is Razer Synapse. Okay, great. There's also another kind of different Razer Synapse to look at, which actually is what has this keyboard's information in it. Don't ask me why, I have no idea. Okay, so Razer macro keyboard.auto hotkey, click raw, Control S to save, and go to that thing that you just made, Razer, and save it here, not as a frickin' text document, just as a .auto hotkey. And then show all downloads, sure. Oh, jeez, just show it in the folder. Okay. Now I'm going to pause the recording to make sure that it actually is working. By the way, please forgive any choppiness in this video. I don't know what is wrong, but OBS wanted like a GPU, and then I had to disable the integrated graphics. I don't know what's happening. It's still using up 100% of my CPU. What a nightmare. Whatever. So, you have Razer Macro Keyboard Auto Hotkey. Now, double click on it to get it running. Ta-da! Oh, there's a little tree. Now, if you don't see a little tree, it's possible that this will be invisible because you might not have the icon on your computer. You really should, but it's possible. Or it might be invisible. It might be right here. Sometimes weird things happen, man. I don't know. I'm just letting you know. Okay. Next step. Download all 106 scripts in this folder, one at a time. Just kidding. That would be incredibly annoying. Fortunately, even though GitHub doesn't have a way for you to do all of them at the same time, a method does exist. So here's the direct link. Click on that, and I promise you this is safe. Actually, I can't promise you that because it's a third party, so good luck. Save file. Oh yeah, we can open that with our unzipping thingy. Okay, here we go. Razer Direct Launch. Okay, so what we want to do is extract all and put them right, oh no, don't put them there. And make sure they go in this exact spot right here. They need to go into a folder called Razer Direct Launch. Very important that the folder is named exactly that. And extract. Okay, there we go. Now, it's possible that I've actually created two Razer Direct Launch folders. I don't know if it's going to unzip it with the folder or without the folder, but anyway. Oh, yeah, I totally did. Okay, well, if you screw it up like I just did, Control A, Control X, go back down here, Control V, just cut them and paste them all down here. Okay, we've got them all. And then you don't need this folder anymore. Verify that it's empty. Go back and just delete it. Delete. Okay, cool. Now, this is the point at which you can test to see what the delay is on these scripts, because these are the ones that have potential delays. Make sure that your main script is running. So double click on a script, and then the delay between you clicking on it and you getting a message box, is the delay. By the way, this is actually a good thing. So this requires a bit of explanation, but I'll get into that shortly. Get rid of those message box. Act as though this is your secondary keyboard. Enter. The delay is not bad, not right now at least. It can be pretty bad. I'm not sure what's happening. I'm sorry, guys. I do my best here, but all right. So assuming that that's all good, let's just open a random one of these with Notepad, and let me show you. This is literally the only bit of script in every single one of these little auto hotkey files. Right? If I open another one with Notepad, look, it's exactly the same thing. You might be thinking, Taryn, that's crazy. What do you mean they're all exactly the same thing? Yeah? So go to Redirector Razer and open that one. That one is different. Basically, I kept refining these scripts until I discovered the only thing that needs to be different is literally just the names. The names of the script. That is what is used in the following function. So let's see here. So these lines have already been run, and now you know what the name of the script is. So blah, 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 we go down here. And then basically all that Redirector Razer is doing is it's taking this string, whichever one of these you launched, it's taking that string and it is sending it to this script right here, which is why it has to be in the location that I've told you to put it. Also, these have to be where I told you to put them because that's where Razer Synapse is targeted towards. So you can move them, but then you'd have to change every single assignment in Razer Synapse, which is really, really tedious. So now we go and take a look at this one, Razer Macro Keyboard. Okay, let's go down one level, right click, edit in Notepad, and take a look at this. Okay, so this is the function that is receiving the message. Okay, ignore these parameters. You don't actually need to worry about them. It's getting the address, and then it trims off the last 4 characters from that script, which, if you're paying attention, is always going to be .ahk. So now it just has down, or delete, or D, or whatever. Okay, and then it goes through this, what isn't exactly a switch case, but it's as close as I could get, to determine, okay, if you received F1, then I want you to do function whatever it is. So just to prove to you that these don't always have to be the same function, here's a whatever function. So if you get numpad 9, it'll do whatever, and then here are the parameters. Here's one parameter, here's another parameter. So let's try numpad 9. Let's just see what happens. Here it is. Enter. This is what happens when you press numpad 9, and this too. Cool. Okay. So here we have the function assignments, and you can swap this out to whatever you want. Whatever you want. And you can give it whatever parameter or parameters you want. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as you just got over there, right? As you can see, I used starboard there for no reason at all. So if we do numlock, we're going to get the message box, numlock is awful. Let's try it. Numlock. Hooray, you pressed numlock is awful on your Razer keyboard. Cool. Okay. And is that the end of the story? Are we done? Well, we first need to assign the Razer profile, but there's something else very important that I have to tell you about, which is the whole reason why I did it this way. If you launch one of these scripts, and then while that script is still running, you try to launch another script, those 2 scripts will interfere with each other in horrible, horrible ways, because they're both potentially trying to access the same stuff. So we have to find a way to force only one script to be able to run at the same time, which is what I've done, okay? Which is why if you launch one of these scripts and you try to launch another one, you just get a tooltip. Okay. But also, this is really important, and you can change this, and you should change this. If I launch this and I don't press OK for about 6 seconds, look what happens. It said that the result was fail. And it believes, well, maybe the receiving script isn't running, or maybe you had another script already running, or maybe it timed out because it took longer than 5 seconds to execute, possibly because you were already looking at a message box, which is exactly what we were doing. We were looking at this message box here. Oops. Oh, ooh, that's a Windows thing that I have disabled on my real account. So basically what it's doing is it realizes, oh, the script hasn't finished going. Therefore, it must have failed. We haven't received a message back saying that this worked. And that's a good thing. However, when you're actually running this for real, what you're going to want to do is go back into Redirector Razer, and here is the line where that is. And all you got to do is just comment that out, okay? So now you won't get a message box that's bothering you. Let's just save, and now we have to relaunch it. So double click on it. Now it's been refreshed. Now let's double click on a script. Hooray, you pressed 8. Now let's wait and see if we get the fail message. We shouldn't. Okay, we got a fail beep, but we didn't get the fail message, and that's probably what you want, okay? Because all that means is your script, whatever it is, took longer than 5 seconds to execute, and you can adjust that timing if you want. But basically, if it's been more than 5 seconds, it will assume that the script failed, because it doesn't know. Because if I take this and I exit, and I try to launch a thing again, oh, I guess it immediately fails. Oh, because it knows immediately that it's not even running a message box. Okay, so the point is the boop, that means that it failed. So let's just launch Razer Macro Keyboard and just let it sit there. Okay, so now, I'm sorry, this took a while. All right, so now we need to get Cyonosa second keyboard .synapse 3. So what, page not found? Okay, if that happens, whatever, just scroll up. It's right here. That's stupid. Okay, download. All right, and save file. You can technically save this anywhere you want, but you might as well just save it. Just save it into here. Paste. Ta-da! Okay, now open Razer Synapse and import Cyonosa second keyboard.synapse 3. Okay, I've been calling it Synapse, whatever. I don't actually know where to do that. What? Okay, we have two windows here. We've got, okay, Central. It's Razer Synapse, not Razer Central. Whatever. Okay, click on the Razer Cyonosa Chroma, and I think plus? No, no, delete that. Is this it? Oh my god, so annoying, Razer. Like, just the simplest stuff. I can export. Oh my god, that doesn't do anything either. What the heck? Look, I'm clicking and nothing is happening. You know what? Oh, hang on. Aha! Wait, I'm supposed to do it here? Oh, just kill me. Okay, whatever, we found it. This is why there's a tutorial, guys, because there's always going to be weird little potholes in your way. Open. Import. Okay. And now where is it? Customize? Lighting? There it is. I don't understand what's going on. Customize. Okay, here it is. Okay. Ugh. All right. So now this is what you should be looking at. And you should see that each of these is set to launch program, and it's assigned to whatever it is. Let's click on R and see. Okay. For some reason, it's set to launch websites, even though I actually used launch program to assign that. And then, like, you have to go here, and you have to click that, and then you have to go in here and go click R, R.hotkey, save. Like, that's how you assign one of them. Okay, great, great. So now, here's our keyboard. Here it is. And let's try to launch something. Hey, you pressed H. Now, we can try to press Enter to to dismiss that box, but that won't work because Enter is also already assigned to launch a script. Okay. And if you'll notice, we got our little failure notification there, because if we have this message box up and we try to launch another script, it'll instantly fail because, again, we already have a script running. So we have to stop that script running. Now it's done. Now we can press our other key, and there we go. Now say OK, so the script is done running, and you can keep on doing this forever. Now, oh, that delay, man, that delay, that's brutal. It is not this bad on my desktop. I don't know, man. If that's the amount of delay involved, that's just not great. Let's try launching directly. This seems to be faster if I just open the scripts myself, but there's also still a delay. You really got to, sorry, you got to try it yourself. Hang on, let's count it. 0, 1. That's about a second. That's awful. It should not take that long. I'm also, running OBS, and I'm pegged at 100% CPU, so your results will vary. Okay, so that's basically it. Like, you're pretty much done. You can change the lighting here. I've set these two to be red because you can't actually remap them. Like, I think this is the hypershift key. You can change the RGB. I don't know where. It's not in here. I would think it would be in here. Yeah, you're gonna have to be a little bit more familiar with the intricacies of, like, including scripts in other scripts and calling scripts based upon whatever. There might be a better way. If there is, by all means, feel free to contribute to my GitHub. Actually don't, because then I'll have to spend time verifying if your solution works. And, like, I don't know, man. I do what I can. The point is, this works. There's definitely a significant delay on my laptop. So if you think that you're going to have a delay on your laptop, don't even go with this solution. Go with a keyboard that's not direct launch. So here's the explanation I just gave you. Read through it carefully. If I had just used #include in this function, then I would still have the same problem. You actually have to just send information to one single running script, because redirector Razer, here's the thing, redirector Razer is constantly being opened again and again, and then it closes itself. See? It's constantly opening and closing. So you can't put your fancy scripts in here. They have to all go in here. Okay? Now it's up to you to replace each of those lines with calls to your own functions. Okay. And I'll show you how to do that. Just before I do, auto launching, very simple. You want this script, this one right here, little stupid tree, to always launch when you restart your computer, right? Right. So Windows key on your primary keyboard. And okay, I happen to have already found the location. It's this one for me right here. So see users, whomever, app data roaming, blah, 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 blah. It's right here, okay? Put your username there. So what you got to do is find your scripty script. Go here, here's this. Right click, say create shortcut. Take that and move it into your startup folder. Ta-da! And now, when you double click on it, notice it's reloading the script. And so when your computer starts up, it'll load the script. And that's what you want. That's all that this means. Okay? Oh, and then also, in addition, I will always click back here, right click on startup and say pin to start. But I've already done that, so it says unpin to start. And all that means is it's in your start menu. Ta-da! And uninstall all this garbage that comes with your computer. You don't need it. I'm just saying. Okay, and now for the last thing. It's up to you to replace these lines with calls to your own functions. If you want to use one of my own functions, here's how you would go about that. So let's go here and let's choose a function. I'm just going to use Instant Explorer. Instant Explorer. So here's Instant Explorer. I'm just going to start from the beginning. Scroll down until I see the end. It's quite large. Come on. End of Instant Explorer. Copy that. Okay? Go to my Razer macro keyboard.autohotkey. And yes, you have to keep that file name the same. And let's just add it to the very bottom. Paste. Save. And now we can reload it from here. Reload. And oh no! Tippy2, you don't have Tippy2. Call a non-existent function. What's going on? Oh. Don't worry, it's fine. What we have to do is we have to go grab Tippy2. Okay, so in my GitHub again, Control F on your primary keyboard, not secondary, because that won't work because it's a macro keyboard now. Tippy2. There it is. Oh, that's not it. That's a call to it. Where is it? There it is. Okay, so grab that, copy that, and let's also paste that into here. Oh, I was going for the second keyboard. See, until you put keyboard labels on here, it's kind of hard to resist the urge to use it as a normal keyboard. And by the way, that's what I do is I use envelope labels. I print onto them and then I cut them out and stick them onto the keys. It works really well, and you can laminate with tape. Anyway, let's paste that on there. Save. Scroll all the way up. What is it called again? Instant Explorer. And it's asking for 2 parameters, but really you only need 1. I actually forget what please prepend was supposed to do, whatever. So now let's just choose a location that we want to open at will. I'm going to say, yeah, whatever. Let's open Python scripts folder. Okay, so copy that address, whatever address it is, copy that. And let's put it on P for Python. So function, Instant Explorer, and the parameter is that. And you do need quotation marks for this particular one. Save, and let's just close that. Relaunch it by double clicking, and now on our second keyboard, P. Ta-da! Hey, look at that! It opened an Explorer window to the location that we specified. Now, this was kind of slow because, again, I'm on my laptop and my laptop is just being kind of slow. It shouldn't take that long. By the way, if I click onto another Explorer window and then I hit the button, it should just load up the existing one. Yes, it does. And the other really cool thing about this is that it works even when you're already inside of a Save As dialog. Even the one that doesn't have the little address bar up here, you can still press P, ta-da, and it'll go there. Isn't that cool? And it's a real pain in the butt to get there otherwise using this old style of Save As. But it's all part of the code where it'll just go to wherever. So let's actually also try it for this guy. Let's say, I don't know, let's just say save this. And then let's see if I can go, ta-da, hey, it works. Pretty sweet, huh? So that's just one of my functions. And I have lots and lots of functions. So just take a look through here, see if there's anything you want. But you should already have a good idea of the kinds of things that you would want to put on a secondary keyboard, because you should already be familiar with AutoHotkey before you add a second keyboard, as I said in the original video. And if you need a place to put your scripts, like you need keys to launch them from, usually the function keys work pretty well for that, because most programs don't really utilize the function keys. After Effects does, Premiere doesn't, Cinema 4D utilizes the function keys, so it's a bit of a mixed bag. But if you have macro keys on your keyboard, then you can just assign those to like F13 and then use F13 to launch a script, whatever. So there you go. That's your demo on how to run scripts directly from a Razer Cyonosa keyboard. And good luck dealing with Razer's software, and I hope that you're not getting a terrible delay, because if you do get a big delay when you're clicking on these, then you should try some other method. Yeah. Okay, that's all, folks. Bye-bye now.